Have you ever paused to consider the true essence of longing, that potent emotion that arises when someone begins to miss you? It transcends mere physical separation, delving into the realm of specific triggers that amplify yearning and etch your presence deeper into their thoughts. This essay explores the intricate dance of psychological cues and Stoic principles, revealing how strategic moments of absence, when combined with genuine connection, can cultivate a profound emotional bond. By understanding the psychology of attachment and memory, and integrating Stoic insights into self-control and emotional balance, you can gain a powerful understanding of how your presence and subsequent absence can be wielded not as a tool for manipulation, but as a catalyst for deeper appreciation and longing. Whether you find yourself navigating the complexities of a recent separation or simply seeking to reignite the spark in a cherished relationship, this exploration offers practical guidance and profound understanding for fostering connections that resonate deeply. At the heart of longing lies the profound impact of feeling seen and valued. In the relentless whirlwind of daily life, it's easy to overlook the significance of the attention we receive from others. It's often only in the stark absence of that attention that we truly grasp its profound impact. When a woman experiences the sudden void of being ignored, a deep sense of loss can arise, accompanied by a yearning for the one who once made her feel genuinely seen and understood. This sensation of invisibility can manifest in myriad ways. The quiet ache of celebrating a success without the shared joy you once provided, the unspoken longing for the comforting presence that intuitively sensed her moods and offered solace without the need for explanation. From a Stoic perspective, this situation highlights the crucial importance of being present and attentive in our relationships. The Stoics emphasize valuing what is within our control and being fully engaged in the present moment. When you were genuinely present with her, offering your undivided attention, it transcended mere physical presence. It encompassed emotional and mental engagement as well. This kind of presence, so rare in today's distraction-filled world, often feels like an elusive treasure. The key to making her miss you lies in cultivating that same Stoic presence, even in your absence. When she recalls the depth of your attentiveness, she realizes the connection she is currently without, the unique connection that she had taken for granted. This isn't about manipulative tactics, but about genuinely recognizing the power of your presence and its significance in her life. Consider the Stoic principle of appreciating what you have while you have it, without being attached to it when it's gone. When she realizes that your attentiveness was not a common offering, she begins to understand the value she once took for granted. This is where the power of your absence becomes a tool for reflection, allowing her the space to contemplate life without your thoughtful consideration. Imagine her returning home after a long day, feeling exhausted and depleted. Previously, you would have noticed the tension in her shoulders, the subtle slump in her gait, and instinctively known how to offer comfort, whether through a warm embrace, a listening ear, or simply a quiet evening shared. Now, she faces those feelings alone, acutely aware of the void left by your caring presence. In a world where genuine attention is increasingly scarce, the memory of someone who truly saw her can be profoundly powerful, serving as a poignant reminder of our innate need for recognition and understanding, and the exceptional nature of someone who fulfills that need. By embracing the Stoic wisdom of being irreplaceable through genuine presence and attentiveness when you are there, you allow your absence to speak volumes. This way, she will feel the weight of your presence even when you're not around, making her miss you all the more. Furthermore, our lives are woven together with the presence of others, and when someone is no longer part of our daily life, it disrupts these routines, creating a void that is hard to ignore. Life is filled with habits and stability that give comfort, and when they are gone, it can be hard to ignore. From a Stoic viewpoint, these disruptions serve as potent reminders of impermanence and the ever-changing nature of life. They remind us of how deeply intertwined our lives are with others, and how their absence can ripple through our everyday activities, creating an emotional imbalance. She wakes up in the morning and there's no good morning text from you. It was a small but significant part of her day, a simple gesture that brought a smile to her face. Perhaps she comes home from work expecting to share dinner with someone, but finds the house empty and quiet. These moments, though seemingly minor, are potent reminders of your absence. They break the flow of her routine, and with each disruption, the sense of longing and missing becomes more profound. The key to making her miss you is not about playing games or manipulating emotions, but rather about understanding the value of your presence. You can't control whether she misses you, but you can be the kind of person whose absence is felt. To adapt this to make her miss you, be present and meaningful when you are around. Engage in genuine conversations, create memorable experiences, and contribute positively to her life. When you bring value and joy into someone's life, your absence will naturally create a void. Instead of sending generic messages, make them personal and thoughtful. Share a moment from your day, ask about hers, or recall a shared memory. These small acts of connection become a part of her daily routine, something she looks forward to and misses when it's gone. If you regularly took walks together after work or had a favorite show you watched every Thursday night, these shared experiences became ingrained in her life. When you're no longer there, these routines are disrupted, and the absence becomes a constant reminder of what she's missing. By being genuinely present and adding meaningful value to her life, you create a space that only you can fill. When you step back, the disruption of these routines makes her realize the depth of your impact on her daily life. The Stoic lesson here is clear. Focus on being the best version of yourself and bringing positivity into others' lives. When you do this, your absence is naturally felt, and she will miss you not because of manipulation, but because of the genuine connection and comfort you provided. Loneliness, the pervasive and often debilitating emotion, is a potent trigger for longing. It carves a deep void within one's heart. And for a woman, this feeling can be even more profound when she reflects on moments of genuine connection with someone special, perhaps with you. In moments of solitude, her mind naturally drifts back to those who made her feel understood and valued, transforming that emotional space in a fertile ground for longing, amplifying memories of the companionship she once shared with you. In Stoicism, understanding the nature of loneliness becomes a tool for personal growth and fostering deeper connections. Stoicism teaches us to observe our emotions without being overwhelmed by them, allowing us to see loneliness not just as a negative feeling, but as a reminder of the meaningful connections we've had. When she feels isolated, whether at home in the quiet of her room, lost in a crowd, or surrounded by friends who don't quite resonate with her, she realizes the unique space you occupied in her life. To make her miss you more, focus on the quality of your interactions rather than merely being present. According to Stoic teachings, presence is not just about physical proximity, but also about emotional availability and understanding. When you were with her, if you genuinely listened, shared your thoughts openly, and created moments of true connection, these are the memories that will resurface when she is alone. It's the shared laughter over inside jokes, the peaceful silences where words weren't necessary, and the feeling of being completely seen and accepted that stand out. Think of a time when you both shared a quiet evening together, talking about dreams and fears under the stars, or when you gave her space to vent her frustrations without judgment. These are moments where you were present not just in body but in spirit, providing her with a sense of security and understanding. When she is alone, these are the times she will reminisce about, yearning for that sense of comfort and belonging. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of understanding the transient nature of life's experiences. By embodying this principle, you allow her to experience the natural ebb and flow of her emotions without constantly trying to remind her of your presence. Instead, create memories that stand the test of time, moments filled with sincerity and depth, which she will naturally miss when you're not around. Remember, loneliness can also lead her to idealize past relationships, focusing more on the good times and forgetting the bad. This idealization can make her long for your presence even more. But as a Stoic, your goal is not to manipulate these feelings, but to provide genuine moments of connection. When you let go of the need to always be in her mind and instead focus on being authentic and present, she will naturally miss the real you. This is the power of emotional connection and the art of making someone truly miss you by being the person who, absent, leaves a gap that no one else can fill. Comparisons are unavoidable when it comes to people and interactions, and relationships are no exception. It's natural for people to make comparisons, especially when it comes to relationships. This tendency is something Stoicism teaches us to be aware of, not to let it control us, but to understand its roots. When a woman interacts with other men, whether socially or romantically, she may find herself unconsciously measuring them against the standard you set. This isn't just a random occurrence. It's a reflection of the meaningful connection you shared and the impact you had on her life. In the context of Stoic philosophy, this comparison can be seen as a form of attachment. Stoicism encourages us to recognize such attachments and reflect on what they mean. For her, comparing others to you can spark a renewed admiration for your unique qualities. It might remind her of your humor, your attentiveness, your intelligence, or even those quirky traits that made you so memorable to her. When she meets someone new and notices that they lack these characteristics, it highlights the unique bond you shared. This isn't about putting you on a pedestal or diminishing the value of others. Rather, it's about acknowledging the special mix of attributes you brought into her life. Stoicism reminds us that every person we meet is different and has their own virtues. While another man might excel in some areas, he can't replicate the overall experience of being with you. She might think he's nice, but he doesn't make me laugh like you did, or he's successful, but he doesn't understand me in the way you did. These thoughts reflect the deep impression you left on her, showing that your qualities still resonate with her even in your absence. So how can you use this Stoic understanding to make her miss you? First, focus on being your authentic self. By living according to your values and being true to who you are, you naturally set a standard that others will compare to. Embrace your unique qualities without the need to prove anything. When you act with integrity and maintain a strong sense of self, you naturally leave a lasting impression. Moreover, practice detachment in the Stoic sense. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're not emotionally dependent on her feelings. By being independent and self-sufficient, you not only demonstrate confidence, but also show that your happiness isn't tied to her actions. This creates a powerful dynamic where she may begin to miss the stability and strength you brought into her life. In essence, recognize that when a woman compares others to you, it's a testament to the unique bond you shared. By embodying Stoic principles, authenticity, self-control, and understanding, you not only make a lasting impression, but also create an environment where she naturally comes to miss the special connection you had. Remember, the key is not to make her miss you through manipulation, but to let your true self shine so brightly that she can't help but feel the absence of your presence. Moreover, times of emotional hardship can lead her to seek what was familiar and stable. It's natural to seek comfort in the familiar, especially from those who have been a source of strength and stability. For a woman going through tough times, the absence of your support can become glaringly apparent, making her acutely aware of how much she misses you. In these moments of hardship, she might recall how you were always there to listen without judgment, how you shared thoughtful advice rooted in wisdom, or how you simply offered a calming presence that made everything feel a little easier to bear. The contrast between facing these challenges alone and remembering the times when you were there to support her can make your absence feel even more profound. Now, let's bring in a Stoic perspective. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control external circumstances, but we can control how we respond to them. Similarly, in relationships, while you cannot control how she feels or the difficulties she encounters, you can influence the memories she associates with you. By consistently being someone who offers emotional stability and understanding during the relationship, you create a strong foundation that she will likely miss when times get tough. It's not just about being there to fix problems. Anyone could do that. It's about being that unique source of emotional steadiness and balance, someone who provides perspective in moments of chaos and whose presence alone can bring a sense of calm. Think about this. If you had a knack for making her laugh, even when things were bleak, or if you were the one who could shift her mindset with a few well-placed words, these are qualities that become especially treasured in your absence. When she faces emotional hardships, she'll find herself longing for those moments of lightness or that clear, guiding perspective you provided. The Stoics remind us to cultivate virtues and qualities not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of others. By being that source of emotional support, you make yourself invaluable in ways that go beyond the superficial. So how can you adapt this understanding to make her miss you? It's about being mindful of the emotional impact you have on others. Cultivate a sense of empathy and understanding that makes your presence feel like a safe haven. Be the person who listens actively, who offers wisdom without judgment, and who brings a sense of calm and reassurance. When you consistently demonstrate these qualities, you leave an indelible mark on her heart. When you're no longer around, the contrast between your supportive presence and the void that follows will be stark. Difficult times often lead us to reflect on our relationships and the people who have been there for us. This reflection can deepen her appreciation for the emotional support she once had with you, making her miss you even more. Recognizing this aspect of human psychology and applying Stoic principles to it can help you understand the significant role of emotional support in relationships. The connections we build during good times become even more crucial during challenges, leaving lasting imprints on our hearts and minds. In this way, by embodying the qualities of emotional stability and support, you naturally become someone she misses when you're not around, reinforcing the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. For those that have lost connection, simply seeing others in happy relationships can stir up complex emotions. Observing happy couples often stirs up a mix of emotions, especially for someone who has recently lost a connection. In the context of Stoic philosophy, this feeling of longing and nostalgia isn't just a random occurrence, but a sign of something deeper, a reminder of what we once valued and shared. When a woman sees other couples enjoying each other's company, it can bring back vivid memories of the moments she shared with you, intensifying her sense of missing you. Suppose she's sitting alone in a coffee shop, watching the couple laugh over a shared joke. The sight might remind her of the laughter and lighthearted conversations she once had with you. Perhaps she sees a couple strolling hand in hand in the park, looking completely at ease in each other's presence. This simple act of togetherness can evoke memories of the times when she felt the same comfort and security walking beside you. These encounters are often unexpected and can hit her hard, making her realize how much she misses those moments of connection. From a Stoic standpoint, such reflections can be valuable. They remind us of what we appreciated and teach us about the importance of meaningful relationships. Instead of getting lost in regret, we can use this awareness to adapt and become better. If you want her to miss you, consider embodying the Stoic ideals of self-control, independence, and inner strength. Instead of constantly reaching out or trying to rekindle old flames, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This doesn't mean becoming distant or cold. Rather, it's about being mindful of your actions and emotions. When she sees you living your life fully, pursuing your passions, maintaining your calm under pressure, and respecting your own space, she might start to miss the stability and confidence you brought into her life. You can also make her miss you by cherishing the memories you made together without being defined by them. Stoic understands that change is a natural part of life. While it's okay to remember the past fondly, it's more important to focus on the present and what you can control. By showing that you are at peace with yourself and that you value your own happiness, you create a sense of intrigue and admiration that can make her realize what she had and what she now misses. In conclusion, observing happy couples can be a powerful trigger for a woman to remember the good times she had with you. By embracing Stoic principles, you can subtly encourage her to reflect on what she's missing, not by chasing her, but by standing firm on your own path. This calm and composed demeanor can often be more compelling than any grand gesture, leaving her to wonder about the unique bond you shared and why she let it slip away. Attending social events on one's own can be a stark reminder of what was once shared. Attending social events alone can create a stark contrast between the memories of shared moments and the reality of being on her own. When she goes to gatherings that were once enjoyed with you, your absence is not just noticeable, but deeply felt. It's during these moments that she may start to realize just how much she misses you and the unique way you enhance these experiences. In Stoic terms, absence makes the heart grow fond because it allows someone to truly appreciate what they had. When she attends these events alone, whether the casual get-together with friends or a more formal celebration, she becomes acutely aware of the void left by your absence. This isn't just about having a date to accompany her. It's about the specific qualities you brought to her social experiences. Think about the way you used to bring a lively energy to conversations, making even the dullest events enjoyable. Perhaps you provided a calming presence that helped her feel more at ease, especially if she struggled with social anxiety. When she finds herself in these situations without you, she may miss the comfort and security that came from having you by her side. From a Stoic perspective, we understand that what she misses is not just the physical presence, but the emotional support and the shared understanding that comes from having someone who knows you well. The Stoics teach us to value these connections deeply, recognizing that they are rare and should be cherished. When she navigates social events alone, she might start to realize that it's not just about having someone to go with, but about missing the specific ways you made her feel understood and supported. To make her miss you more, consider focusing on your own self-improvement and personal growth. The Stoics would advise you to remain composed and focused on what you can control, your own actions and character. By being the best version of yourself, you become someone whose absence is truly felt. When you don't chase after her or seek validation from her, you embody a sense of calm confidence that she may find herself longing for. Furthermore, you can remind her of the positive qualities you brought to those social experiences, perhaps by posting a picture of yourself having a good time at a similar event or sharing a story about a fun memory you had together. You can bring back those feelings of nostalgia. But remember, the goal here is not to manipulate, but to remain true to who you are and let her naturally realize what she's missing. In essence, by embracing a Stoic mindset, focusing on your own growth, maintaining your composure, and valuing the meaningful connections you've had, you create an environment where she can naturally start to miss the unique presence you brought into her life. It's about letting go of what you can't control and focusing on becoming someone worth missing. Success can also be a trigger to make her miss you because it reminds her of what you had shared. When a woman learns about your success from afar, it often triggers a deep emotional response. This reaction isn't just about envy or regret. It's rooted in the shared memories and experiences that once bonded you together. According to Stoic principles, we must understand that every person has their own path, and our achievements are part of our journey, not theirs. However, your success can naturally remind her of the times when she was closely connected to your life, sharing in your dreams, goals, and accomplishments. Imagine you recently received a promotion at work or accomplished a significant personal goal. When she hears this news, it can bring back memories of when you used to share your aspirations and victories with her. She might recall those late-night conversations where you spoke passionately about your goals, or the time she was by your side celebrating your small and big wins alike. This realization that she's no longer part of these meaningful moments can stir a profound sense of longing and nostalgia. Through the lens of Stoicism, your focus should always be on what you can control, your actions, your growth, and your mindset. While you cannot control how someone feels about your success, you can influence how you present yourself and your achievements. If you want her to miss you and recognize what she's missing, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Demonstrate growth not just in your career or personal achievements, but in your character, resilience, and wisdom. You might share your successes publicly through social media or mutual friends, not in a boastful way, but as a means of showing your continuous development. This approach isn't about flaunting your success. It's about illustrating your journey of self-improvement and resilience, a core Stoic principle. When she sees that you're thriving and constantly evolving, it can create a powerful realization of what she has lost. The key is to show that you're moving forward, growing, and achieving without needing her validation or presence. The Stoic idea of amor fati, or loving one's fate, teaches us to embrace every experience, good or bad, as necessary for our growth. By focusing on your own path and continuing to achieve without her, you're embodying this philosophy. Your success, viewed from a distance, can remind her of the good times, the shared goals, and the bond you once had. It can make her reflect on her decision to move away and perhaps make her long for the connection you both once shared. So, while you continue on your path of self-improvement and success, remember that your growth can be a gentle yet profound reminder to her of what she is missing out on. This realization can make your absence more noticeable during key life events, ultimately making her miss you even more. And this isn't about manipulating emotions, but about staying true to your journey, your values, and your growth, letting these be the catalyst for any emotion she might feel. Realization of mistakes can lead to her missing you when she sees a different perspective of things. Imagine a moment of self-reflection where she starts to see things from a different perspective, where she genuinely understands her role in the distance that has grown between you. This realization often triggers a deep sense of missing someone. When a woman takes the time to look back at past interactions and choices, she may come to see how her actions contributed to your separation. She might feel a mix of remorse and longing, realizing that the little things she overlooked or the misunderstandings she let slide now seem like lost opportunities. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-examination, understanding one's role in life's events, and accepting responsibility for one's actions. When she begins to understand her mistakes, it could be a wake-up call, a moment when she realizes how much she undervalued your presence, misunderstood your intentions, or overlooked the unique qualities that made you who you are. It's not about guilt, but about gaining insight and wisdom from the past, a principle highly valued in Stoicism. Now, how can you adapt this understanding to make her miss you even more? First, you need to embrace the Stoic principle of patience. Don't rush to remind her of her mistakes or push her to cede her worth immediately. Instead, give her the space to come to these realizations on her own. By doing so, you respect her journey and allow her the time to reflect deeply. If you've pulled back to give her space, continue to focus on your own growth and self-improvement. Let her see that you're not just sitting around waiting, but actively working on yourself, embodying the Stoic ideal of self-mastery and independence. When she sees that you are strong, centered, and not overly concerned with her opinions, it can make her reconsider what she lost. Remember, in Stoicism, we learn to control our own actions and reactions, not those of others. By maintaining your composure and living according to your values, you create a space where she might come to see the true value of what you offered in the relationship. When she realizes her mistakes, your absence will feel even more significant, not because you tired to make her miss you, but because she sees the man you truly are, a man who understands the balance of life, love, and personal growth. Finally, kindness from others can trigger nostalgia and make her miss your special connection. When a woman encounters kindness from others, it often stirs up memories of the unique ways you use to express your care and affection. This isn't just about random acts of kindness. It's about the deep emotional connections and specific moments that made your relationship special. When she experiences a friend's support, a colleague's thoughtfulness, or even a stranger's random act of kindness, it can unexpectedly remind her of how you uniquely showed your love. From a Stoic perspective, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. When a woman misses you because she sees kindness in others, it isn't something you can directly control. However, you can adapt your behavior and your mindset to create an environment where she is more likely to miss you. In your relationship, you might have had a unique way of showing kindness, like sending her a thoughtful message when she was having a tough day, or knowing exactly when to give her space and when to hold her close. These actions are deeply rooted in understanding her needs and are expressions of Stoic wisdom. The Stoics emphasize being present and fully engaged in relationships, offering our best without expecting anything in return. Imagine a time when you surprised her with her favorite meal after she mentioned craving it in passing. It wasn't just about the meal, it was the attention to detail and the effort to make her feel seen and understood. Now, when she encounters a kind gesture from someone else, say a colleague brings her coffee, she might appreciate it, but it also brings back memories of how you went the extra mile to adapt Stoic principles and make her miss you. Focus on being the best version of yourself without trying to manipulate her feelings. Practice patience, understanding, and kindness not as a means to an end, but as a reflection of your character. When you are authentically yourself and live according to Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you create a strong impression that stays with her even in your absence. Also remember the Stoic idea of impermanence. Life is constantly changing, and people come and go. When she experiences kindness from others, it's a gentle reminder of your absence and the irreplaceable moments you shared. But instead of trying to control her longing or manipulate her emotions, embrace the idea that what you offered was unique and valuable. The Stoics would advise you to let go of any need to control her feelings. Instead, focus on your growth, your peace of mind, and maintaining a steady course in your own life. By embodying these principles, you become someone who is missed not because of what you want, but because of who you are. Your unique expressions of care, whether through thoughtful actions, encouraging words, or an intuitive understanding of her needs, leave a lasting mark. These acts of kindness are not just remembered, they're cherished in your absence. This isn't to downplay the kindness of others, but to highlight the special bond and understanding you shared. Ultimately, the psychological response she experiences when she misses you reflects the lasting impact of genuine care and relationships. Your unique ways of showing affection create a significant void that others, no matter how kind, cannot fill. This understanding aligns with Stoic wisdom. When we act with integrity and true intention, our actions leave an indelible mark, making our presence felt even when we are not physically there. In conclusion, as we conclude our exploration of how psychological cues and Stoic wisdom can deepen emotional connections and foster a sense of longing, it's clear that making someone miss you involves more than mere absence. It's about understanding the profound impact of your presence and strategically utilizing the lessons of Stoicism and self-control, emotional balance, and genuine engagement in relationships. Throughout today's discussion, we've seen how simple acts of attention and the quality of your presence can leave a lasting impression, whether it's through disrupting daily routines, evoking feelings of loneliness, or reminding her of your unique qualities when compared to others. Each scenario underscores the power of thoughtful interaction and the Stoic philosophy of appreciating the present while preparing for the ebb and flow of life. Remember, the goal isn't to manipulate emotions, but to cultivate a genuine connection that naturally makes her value and miss your presence. By embodying Stoic principles and focusing on self-improvement, you not only enhance your own life, but also become someone truly memorable.